Hello students, this is Sandhya, Assistant Professor of IT, Sri Kalishwari College, Autonomous Sivahasi. Today we discuss about the topic constructor in Java. This is one of the main feature in Java. This is our synopsis, introduction, characteristics of constructor. Next we see the why we need constructor in Java, then types, and then the concept constructor overloading, then constructor versus method, then the summary of the points. The first we see the introduction. In introduction, what is constructor? We see the constructor is a special member function of a class that is used to initialize the object. Yes, constructor is a special member function. Why we compare the constructor with a function? This is constructor is like a function. Then why we introduce the first point? A constructor is a special member function is used to initialize the object. Then it is automatically invoked the time of object creation. In the function, we need a function call. But in the constructor, the best feature is we don't need a call. It is automatically called when we create an object. Then we need see the characteristics of constructor. First of all, the characteristics is the name of the constructor must be a class name. For example, class A is our class name. The constructor name is also a constructor A. Then constructors are invoked automatically. Already we see the point in introduction. Then constructor do not have a return type. In the structure of constructor, we don't have a return type. Just we write the constructor name alone. A class can have then many constructor. A class can have many constructors we can write. Constructor cannot be inherited or overridden. This is one of the disadvantage in a constructor concept. Constructor cannot be inherited or overridden. In the function, we see the overridden concept and we can inherit the class or inherit the functions, but in a constructor we cannot implement the inheritance and overridden concept. This is one of the disadvantage. Then constructor can be referred as a public, private or default. Then this is the syntax of the constructor. Class name, then class name as a constructor name. Already we see in the introduction points. Then constructor body, the end of the curly brace, then end of the class. Then why constructor? Why we need the constructor? Is used to initialize the data and assign default values, then reduce the repetitive code. Then the types of constructor, default and parameterized constructor. The default constructor which means it does not take any parameters. It just we define the brackets, empty brackets. This is a example class name as a sample. Then sample is a constructor name. This is called as a default constructor. Then next we see the parameterized constructor. Parameterized constructor accepts one or more parameters, which means we include the parameters in the constructor. This is an example class name as a student. Then we declare the variable declaration. Then the constructor name is student, brackets, parameters, int or comma string n. This is an parameterized constructor. So parameterized and a default constructor nothing but it takes parameter, default constructor, then parameterized constructors it does not take any parameters, it's enough. Then constructor overloading. Overloading means in a function overloading same function name but a different parameters list. This is also the same meaning, same constructor name but different parameter list. Java allows multiple constructors in a class with a different parameter list. This is known as the constructor overloading. So I included some examples, class name, box, then box name, default constructor, then I include parameterized constructor. So this is these two constructors included in a same class. That's why we referred as an constructor overloading. Then we already see the first point, constructor is a special member function. Then what is the difference between? We already know the syntax. In the function we should write a return type, then function name. We need a function call in method, but in the constructor, it automatically initialized. We don't need an function, we don't need a constructor calling. It is automatically created when an object is created of a constructor. Then method performance operations, constructor initializer object. Then this is our summary of the today concept. Constructor initializes object is an essential concept in OOPS. Reduces coding errors because we separate and codings in separate constructors. That's why we reduce the coding errors. Easy to identify and easy to maintain the complex projects, complex programs. Then it supports object oriented design. Thank you.